All right, so yesterday we learned about mid-segments. Whatever you see the word mid-segment, what did I tell you to add to your picture? The arrows. Oh yeah, you add the points because it's the midpoint, and then add the arrows because they are what? Parallel. Okay, medians. What did we add for medians? Tick marks because wherever the median is, that is the midpoint, and they are congruent. Open up your notes. We did altitude. What did we add when we did altitude? The 90-degree angle. Okay? Those were the 3 vocabulary words we did yesterday. Today, we are going to finish our segments with perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector, what does the word perpendicular mean? 90 degrees. Right triangle. And what is, or not right triangle, but right angle. What does bisector mean? Cut in half. So a perpendicular bisector is a segment that is perpendicular or 90 degrees to a segment at its halfway point. What do we call that? Midpoint. So whenever you have a perpendicular bisector, you can draw the tick marks because it is the midpoint. And you can add a what? And a 90-degree angle because it is perpendicular. So perpendicular bisector is like median and altitude together. The difference is perpendicular bisector, do y'all notice right here, it does not go through the vertex always. So it does not create 2 triangles on both sides. However, it can, like this example right here. So the picture can, but it does not have to. Okay? So right here it says it's a perpendicular bisector. What do I add to this picture right away? A right angle. And where am I going to add the tick marks? AD and DC. And then again, like yesterday, please make sure you are labeling your picture. If AC is 20, a lot of y'all, make sure you're reading carefully because some of y'all just start assuming. Read carefully. AC is 20. What is AD? 10. Cool. What is angle BDC? We had some trouble yesterday with those 3 letters, didn't we? BDC. What letter are you looking at? D. And you're going to start at B, go to C, go to D. That's this one right here. That is 90 degrees. What questions do I have so far? We're okay? All right. If BCD is 35, where is BCD? Where? C, the middle letter. So I'm going to start at B, go to C, go to D. There's nothing else there, so they could have just said angle C. If that is 35, what is going to be DBC? Where is DBC? B, but is it the whole B? No. It's just this part right there. Because you start at D, go to B, and then C. And what did y'all say it was? 90 plus 35 is 125. And then subtract from 180. Because that is a triangle right here. Don't forget your degree sign if I'm asking for an angle. What questions do I have? An FYI, if it does go through, if your perpendicular bisector does go through the vertex, it is an isosceles triangle. Just letting you know for future reference. If a perpendicular bisector is like this, it's not. But if it goes through the middle like this one does, it is isosceles. All right, I want you to look real quick at your homework at number 16. Real calm. I'm not going to do it all for you, but a very big, y'all get scared of these quadratics a little bit, don't you? Don't be scared of it. It tells you CD is x minus 2. And by the way, it tells you way over here that BD is a perpendicular bisector. It's 4, 13, 14, 15, and 16. What can I add to this picture? The 90 degree and the tick marks. Why did I put a 3? Who copied me? Sorry about that. Alright, what about, how do I set up an equation if BDC is 8x squared minus 48x plus 162? This equals 90. Because do y'all agree BDC is that 90 degree angle? Yes. So I'm not going to solve it for you, but that's how you set it up. Okay? Alright, next. Can I change this? Okay, let's go back to your notes. And we're going to go over to this side right here. The angle bisector side. Do y'all agree we've already learned about angle bisectors this year? Most of what I'm going to tell you is a review. The only difference today is now we're not just bisecting an angle, it's in a triangle. Do y'all agree? So, angle bisector is a ray that cuts an angle into two congruent, equal, the same, but congruent is what I'm going to write. Two congruent angles. What do you think I'm going to add to my angle bisector picture? Arches. So median, you add tick mark. Altitude, you add a 90 degree angle. With angle bisector, you are adding arches. These are the same. Okay? Something about angle bisector. It does not cut this in half. It only cuts the angle right here in half, not the side. So be careful about that, okay? Alright, so my example said BD is an angle bisector. What can I add to this picture? Where? I would add an arch on the 1 and right next to it. Write that down, please. And then it tells me angle C is 80. So I'm going to write 80. And angle A is 40. So I'm going to write 40 there. What is angle CBA? C to B to A. What is this whole angle up top? Why? Do y'all agree this makes one huge triangle? Yeah, so I have two of the angles, 40 and 80. And then what am I going to do? Subtract it from 180. So that is how I got 60 degrees. So this whole angle up top is 60 degrees. Then what's angle 1?
30.
Why?
Because you can divide 60 by 2.
Divide it. It's a bisector. I can divide it in half. So this side would be 30. And this side would be 30. How do I find angle 2 and angle 3? Yeah, break this up into... Where did it go? Huh, what am I missing? Break this up into smaller triangles. I guess I'll use this color. Add 30 and 80, and what do you get? 30 plus 80 is 110. And subtract that from 180. Angle 2 is 70. If angle 2 is 70, what's angle 3? 110. Why? They're a linear pair or the remote exterior angles. Either one works. What questions do I have? This is kind of like a little puzzle. You figure out one, you figure out the next, you figure out the next, keep going. Okay? All right, the last thing I'm just going to explain to you, if you can please look up. It says if a point is on the bisector of an angle, so I'm just going to, everybody just write a point somewhere, then the point is equidistant from the side of the triangle at a 90-degree angle. So choose a point anywhere, and if I make a 90-degree angle here and a 90-degree angle here, they are the same distance from each other. What if I choose another point on this bisector? If I make a 90-degree angle here and a 90-degree angle here, these are going to be the same as that. This side is going to be the same as that. Okay? The converse is also true. If you have a point in the interior of the angle is equidistant from the sides, then what do you know you have created? You can create an angle bisector here. Okay? We're not going to do any examples, I don't think, on here with that, but I just need you to know that it's true. Okay? What shape does this create right here? Does anybody know? What shape do I have right here? A what?
A pyramid.
Not a pyramid. So I thought I heard somebody say it. Not a cone. Do y'all know what shape that is? It is a kite. Did you know a kite is an actual shape, not just something you fly? So a rhombus would mean all the sides are the same, and we don't know that. So that's why we call it a kite. Okay, if you can please, I'm done talking. You are going to glue this onto page 28. And then you, I don't know if I have any glue because I don't know if somebody's stealing them, they're throwing them away. I don't know what's happening to the glue, but y'all are going to have to share like one glue, 2 glues. You have the rest of the class period, which is about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, to finish your homework. All you have to do is the back, hopefully, if you did it yesterday. So, get started on that and do that.